There's no such thing as work-life balance. None!
Just fucking do it. Subscribe now.
Now, we're going to talk about 40%. There's different ways to do the 40, 60, 40. One, you're only buying 60%. You don't want to have anything to do with the 40. You can buy 100 companies between now and December 31st that way. Any place in the world, the bank will fund the 60%. Plus, give you working capital, plus give you a line of credit. You're only buying 60. You're not buying the 40. So at the end of 100 companies, instead of 100 companies, you got 60 companies. The equivalent thereof, because of the 60%. The second way to do the 60-40 is you have an option on the 40 at some level. Now, either way that you're using the 60-40, you want these jerks that own it to stay at least 6 months, maybe longer. When you only buy the 60 and you don't buy the 40, you're in step because the doctors or the dentists or the chiropractors or the home health owners are going to be there working with you because it's in their best interest for the fucking value of the company to go up. Banks love that. So we're buying the 40% at some value. Then it's a pissing contest. What value are we going to use? I don't like that method, but a lot of you, when I say you, the kids do it. The third 60-40 method is that you pick a time in the option period where they have an ability to reevaluate the value of the 40%. What they're all afraid of is that your model is really going to work and you're going to triple the size of the business and they're going to miss out. If they don't think they're going to miss out when you triple the size of the business, then they're more readily available to sell the 40%. And all your board members, although they may not call it the 60-40, because sometimes it's only 80-20 or 70-30 or 55-45, they will all understand that. But at the end of the day, you want the seller to believe in the system enough where he's allowed, while he's there, he's allowed to help you grow the business. Now, and the cherry on the cake that you can put, if you have trouble, is, and we'll give you 1% of the holding company. In other words, you give them 1% of the holding company that's owning all these fucking things. If you've been successful in selling the dream that, you're the greatest thing since Moses. And some of the kids have. Absolutely. And some of the kids have failed miserably and they don't want anything in the holding company. And they're more inclined that because of your lack of your ineptness, fine, fuck, I'll sell the whole thing. But it's easier to finance the 60-40. You don't want the whole thing on day one. Because the bank may not, your board may not be strong enough, your presentation skills may not be strong enough. There's all kinds of ifs that can happen, and we want to preclude the ifs. So if it's a straight 60-40, they know that the seller is in sync with you. Because they don't benefit unless they help grow the value of the company and make it larger. And it's, having said that we haven't had one of those not happen, maybe somebody in this room will prove me wrong, but when you look at it from the bank's point of view, they have little or no downside. They really have no downside. Zero. And we have 60-40s going through the SBA as well. 60-40s going through the SBA. But in the SBA, you're going to have to sign a guarantee. I don't. If you're worried about your assets, which you shouldn't start this program if you're worried about your assets, I wouldn't go to the SBA because there's a gazillion banks in America that will do these 60-40 deals that aren't guaranteed by the federal government. The federal government, by statute, guarantees the loan for the SBA, Small Business Administration.